Uh-huh. Quick finish.
So it's onward
Quickest
and upward
knockout.
after a knockout win here.
Quickest knockout. That might be the quickest knockout.
Welcome to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia as we are live during Riyadh season at the Kingdom Arena. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Hi Todd, nice to be here with you.
Time for our tale. It's the incomparable Roy Jones. It's the Mexican monster, David Benavidez. He's got that aggressive style, so good with the power punchers. All the talking has been done. These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. They exchange punches. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. That counter shot lands. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This is a high-octane battle. After so much pre-hype fight and social media drama, I can't believe we're actually in the midst of them fighting.
Situations like this, Todd, will either make or break a fighter because the expectation from the thousands of the people here, of the millions of people around the world, people like you and I sat here expecting everything and anything can break a man or make a man.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. No rest for the weary. Beautiful counter shot. Those counter punches have to hurt. Couldn't land that jab. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That was almost a 10. Here we go for round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. The Mexican monster's in trouble. Down goes Benavidez. through it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
I need...
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go.
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put him down once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Need to pick things up here in the second half of the round.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
How about that time counter shot? Beautiful counter punch. Good counter punching. Can't land the jab there. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Benavidez. There's the bell to start round 3. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
And it's survival time for David Benavidez. Right back into the fray.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Nice counter shot. Wow, that impact was incredible. Let's take another look at it.
Where did that come from? What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then you continue.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
But look at his corner. Look at the instructions they're telling him to.
How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Come to me.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once.
It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Roy Jones. Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that. That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. The perfect counter lands. time they throw a shot, they get countered. They block the left there. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Straight right just misses. That counter punch caught him clean. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept that.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Catch and shoot. Good counter punch. Both men step back for just a moment. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter shot. And he scores with the counter. We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their... Did you see that? And the Mexican monster might be ready to finally go down. How are they still standing?
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
The jab doesn't quite connect. There's a counter shot. Nope, that hook won't score. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. His legs are gone, but somehow he's still in this fight. This is the beginning of round 6. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do they do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
How much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walk right through it?
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
And now they're trying to get into their opponent's head. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. As we burn through these rounds, this aggressive fighter continues to come forward seemingly with endless energy, John.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Nice counter. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Do you believe what we are seeing? perfect counter shot. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout.
Here comes round 7. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Well done with that counter shot. Nice counter punch. This fight has a real good flow to it. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. A perfect counter lands. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this
round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. David Benavidez in that last round. You've heard the old phrase, this might come down to... There's the bell to start round 8. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
That counter punch caught him clean. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. How about that time counter shot? You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. And David Benavidez is on the canvas. When you get hit with a body shot like this, there's nothing you can do. Watch it again in slow motion.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You still want to fight?
So they'll make it up, and this fight continues.
What resilience to be down and to be back up again to get...
You can see here on the replay a perfect body shot, and he dropped like a loose suit.
Shot from the gods.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You all right?
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
Todd, he's off. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Punch, counter punch. So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display.